Today we're going to look at a certified genius, Vijay Iyer. 2012 was a really good year for him. He came out with this album called Accelerando. And the recording we're going to listen to today is kind of like a little highlights video of a performance he did playing the piece Optimism. That's one of the tunes. But in the year 2012, he earned what they call the Quintuple Crown from the Downbeat International Critics Poll. Downbeat Jazz Critics Poll. Get this. Same year, he won Artist of the Year, Pianist of the Year, Small Group of the Year for the Vijay Iyer Trio, Album of the Year for Accelerando, and Rising Star Composer of the Year. That's a lot. Not to be outdone, the next year he won a MacArthur Fellowship, which is like the top 1% of the top 1% of smart people get those. And a Trailblazer Award from the International Association of South Asians in Media Marketing and Entertainment. And an Echo Award for Best Jazz Pianist. He's won basically every jazz award you can get. No Grammys, no Oscars. He doesn't care. Because in addition to all of that, he's got a couple other things. He started playing piano kind of by ear after he had already had 15 years of formal classical violin training. He started that when he was 3. His parents were immigrants, Tamil immigrants from India. So currently, he teaches at Harvard University. He's in the music department and in the African and Asian Studies department also. He got degrees in math and physics from Yale University, all while, becoming a great violinist and pianist. His MacArthur grant, that just sets him really apart. His parents immigrated from India, but he was actually born in New York City. So he grew up in that kind of environment. He has not won any Grammy Awards. I'm sure he's been nominated a bunch of times. He's won all the Downbeat Awards, and really in the jazz world, that's more important. He wrote the soundtrack to this film called Rites of Holi, Holi. That's the Hindu festival where they spray and sprinkle all these bright colored powders on everybody. It's kind of it's this Indian film kind of as a response to the Rite of Spring by Stravinsky. So it's called Radhi Rites of Holi. It's very, very interesting. So he's got film composer under his belt as well. He wrote an album earlier called In What Language? And it's really about surveillance. Big Brother watching and, everything associated with spycraft. It's kind of interesting. So his album, this one that we're going to just take a little look at today, Accelerando, in 2012, #1 in Downbeat Magazine, #1 in Rhapsody Magazine, and #1 in Jazz Times Magazine. That's pretty rare. Saved for, the level of, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, that kind of notoriety. And Vijay Iyer's right up there with them. So a little bit of this here. Let's take a listen. This is really short. It's only a couple, 3 minutes long. But it gives you a pretty good impression of what his sounds are like. Okay, that's just a little introduction to Vijay Iyer and Optimism. Next week is our final recording. We'll look at this guitarist, John Schofield. He's okay. You might enjoy him. We'll see. See you next time for our last one. Bye-bye.